Not a surprise that Mexico is considered the drug cartel capital of the world, but something most Americans may not know is Afghanistan produces the lion's share of poppies used to produce heroin. The American-inspired drug prohibition is especially problematic in Afghanistan. Not only does the corruption associated with illegal drugs undermine the rule of law, but also anti-opium actions such as crop eradication generate hostility from local farmers rather than winning their hearts and minds. According to a report by the Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction, the U.S. is losing the war on poppy production. Despite spending $7.6 billion in counter-narcotics programs in Afghanistan, many U.S. soldiers have taken pictures while they guarded the poppy fields. The latest UN report on poppy production shows a steady increase in poppy fields since 2001, when the country had 8,000 hectares and peaked in 2014 with 224,000 hectares.
Drugs in Afghanistan are not only a problem for our country, they're a problem for the whole world. Increased demand for drugs in foreign countries is a big challenge for us.
During his visit to Mexico, the Pope addressed the drug epidemic in the state of Michoacan, where more than 100,000 have been killed or kidnapped by drug cartels. The Pope told Mass attendees, quote, "It is a lie to believe that the only way to live or to be young is to entrust oneself to drug dealers or others who do nothing but sow destruction and death." Meanwhile, crime rates in Mexico remain high. 18 journalists have been murdered since 2008, and 36 priests have been assassinated since 2005. The day before the Pope arrived, 49 people were killed in a prison riot in Monterrey, and on Saturday, 13 were murdered in El Chapo's drug cartel-plagued state of Sinaloa. The dichotomy of the worldwide drug trade was even prophesized in The Wizard of Oz, when the Wicked Witch of the West inadvertently described the dangers of poppies.
Something with wide, but attractive to the eye and soothing to the smell. Poppy.
San Diego 6 News contributor Kimberly Dvorak is here now with more. Very unsettling to know that our troops are overseas and protecting these poppy fields. With all this said, what's the takeaway you get from this?
The main takeaway is that drugs are used to fund not only drug cartels, but they're also used to fund terrorist organizations like the Taliban, who have taken over in the southern regions of Afghanistan, and we're actually seeing more and more fighting in the region where the poppies are actually being grown. The issue with the addiction, it devastates families, devastates communities, and these third world countries don't have the means to take care of the people that actually become addicted to these poppies in the form of heroin. Mm-hmm. So I think the main takeaway is that what is the United States doing when we spend $7.6 billion to eradicate poppies from Afghanistan, while, as we saw in the report here, we're not actually eradicating the poppies. So I did, think that Americans need to take a look at that, find out what we're really doing, because I did get these pictures from guys that are over there in the field wanting to know why why the United States is in essence doing very little to eradicate poppy farms in the region. So it's something that it should be looked at for sure, and something that they're very concerned about while they're over there protecting our interests in Afghanistan.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not comfortable too. They're supposed to be over there fighting a war, and they're sitting and protecting poppy fields. Much different than what they thought they were doing.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They're there to do a job, and they don't see that this should be one of them.
Right. Okay, Kimberly. Thank you so much for the insight. Always great information. We will see you back next week. Still to come.